Welcome to Sci-Fi Stories. If you love stories of courage and mystery, make sure to subscribe and join our growing community.
The Grand Conclave did not explode. It glitched. 10,000 holographic banners celebrating Dominion expansion flickered at once, then shattered into static. The chamber lights strobed red. Every datapad in the room went dark. Every personal shield blinked out, and on every screen appeared a single symbol, a golden hawk, wings spread wide, clutching a bolt of lightning. Silence followed. Not confusion, not panic, pressure, like the universe itself had leaned closer. Then she walked in. Marshal Arya Vance moved down the central aisle without armor, without escort, wearing only a dark Terran command uniform. No weapons visible. She did not rush. She did not need to. Because the most powerful military leaders in the sector were frozen in place. Their systems were dead. Their fleet feeds were gone, and the humans stood at the center of their capital station. High Legate Kravox rose from his elevated throne, scales bristling. "What have you done?" he demanded. Vance stopped at the base of the podium. Her voice came through their own speakers, crisp, calm. "We let you win," she said. The chamber shifted uneasily. "Excuse me," Kravox hissed. "We let you conquer Terra Prime," Vance continued. "We wanted to see what you would do with victory." A ripple of outrage spread through the delegates. "You surrendered," Kravox snapped. "Your orbital grid collapsed. Your cities powered down. Your forces stood aside." Vance tilted her head slightly. "Yes. 72 hours earlier, Kravox had stood in the same hall, basking in triumph. Terra Prime had fallen in under 6 hours. No meaningful resistance. No prolonged bombardment. The Dominion had declared it the cleanest annexation in a century. A primitive species overwhelmed, or so they believed. What they had conquered was not Earth. It was a facade. Back in the present, the massive viewports behind the podium unsealed with a metallic groan. The conclave turned. Outside drifted the Dominion armada. Thousands of dreadnoughts, planet killers, shielded titans. They floated in perfect formation, but their weapons were not aimed at Earth. They were aimed at each other. A tremor moved through the chamber. "That is impossible," Kravox whispered. Vance tapped her wrist. A tactical overlay filled the air. "Your fleet network integrated with Terra Prime's infrastructure the moment you established administrative control," she explained. "You plugged into our grid." Realization crept across alien faces. "You infected us," someone breathed. Vance shook her head gently. "No, you invited us." For decades, the Dominion had intercepted Terran radio transmissions, primitive signals, music, television. Idle chatter. They had archived them as cultural curiosities, background noise. They never realized those signals carried more than sound. Buried beneath the broadcasts was a polymorphic digital seed. Dormant, harmless, waiting for a handshake. When Dominion systems interfaced with Terra Prime's planetary net, the seed bloomed, not as a weapon, as authority. Within milliseconds, Terran AI mapped Dominion command hierarchies, overrode weapon locks, reassigned fleet loyalties. No explosions, no casualties, just control. "You breached our capital," Kravox growled. Vance's gaze hardened. "We built Terra Prime as a test world, a honeypot, a mirror." The word echoed. "A mirror?" "Yes," she replied. "We wanted to know if the galaxy had matured, if conquest was still the default answer." The chamber felt smaller. "You invaded without negotiation," Vance continued. "You celebrated subjugation. You mistook restraint for weakness." Her voice never rose. That made it worse. "You were never fighting for territory," she said softly. "You were applying for guardianship." Kravox's claws tightened around his throne. "You cannot hold the Dominion. We span 1,000 systems." Vance nodded. "As of 3 minutes ago, your navigation authority belongs to us." The Golden Hawk brightened overhead. "Your ships remain operational," she said. "Your trade continues. Your people remain sovereign." A pause. But your weapons are now biometrically locked to the Guardian Accords. Shock rippled outward. You have dissolved our military, Kravox whispered. No, Vance corrected. We have dissolved your ability to conquer. A projection shifted to display Dominion battleships across dozens of systems, each one dormant, weapons silent. Under Terran oversight, we do not believe in annihilation, Vance said. We believe in containment. The weight of it settled. Humanity had not retaliated with fleets. They had responded with infrastructure, with foresight, with patience measured in centuries. You are ancient, an elder delegate murmured. Vance met the gaze. Yes. The chamber absorbed that truth. Humanity had not been racing to catch up to the stars. They had stepped back from them, long ago. They had dismantled weapons capable of collapsing suns, buried their Omega protocols. Chosen restraint, until someone forced their hand. Kravox sank slowly into his seat. You deceived us. Vance nodded once. We protected ourselves. Outside, the Dominion Armada rotated in eerie unison, now aligned in defensive patterns around their own worlds, guardians instead of conquerors. Go home, Legate, Vance said quietly. Tell your people this was not punishment. She turned toward the exit. It was a lesson. The Golden Hawk faded. Systems across the chamber rebooted. Data pads flickered back to life, but nothing was the same, because for the first time in Dominion history, they had won a war and failed the test.